No. 30, I'm pretty sure. At least on my schedule.
Oh, so we're early.
We'll just have everybody awkwardly sit here for 6 minutes.
Yes, perfect.
Last year, remember they moved the time, you guys walked in. What?
Yeah, right.
We have to wait 5 minutes.
Yeah, you can go.
I'll just go. I'll just go right here. It's perfect.
Yeah, I'll start.
He's doing stretches.
Yes, this is my third year.
Okay.
2 years ago. AD.
Right.
You ran Jack?
This isn't that close though, right?
It's 7 hours.
You drove?
Yeah, my wife came.
Okay.
She's the first time she's
Yeah.
working. She's working.
Okay. Are you in the same? Are you in our hotel?
Is it on?
You in the
Yeah,
courtyard? Oh no, we're in the courtyard.
Hilton.
We're right next to you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're right there. Same.
Right.
Testing, 1, 2.
Will you do
Mic check.
anything for the D1 one or
1, 2.
or no?
No,
Check.
Oh, congrats! Good for you.
Yeah, that's awesome. Doing stuff I want to do.
Oh, you were doing stuff you want to do anyway. You were getting some rounds and.
Yeah, for a win, yeah, bring the pain.
Yeah, that's great. Good for
Anybody
you.
who
Congrats.
says they don't want it, I'm in here, which don't, and we
Now,
all
been on.
rep, the NCAA rep.
Bring pain to anybody who we face in the
Okay.
game.
Yeah. Yeah.
bring the pain to anyone facing the game.
And how old are your kids
I
now?
don't care what you guys
They're
say.
23.
We're
29 is the
Minutes of
youngest?
fame.
It's the oldest.
Yeah.
Can't come rock with us, we're not the same.
We're not the
How about
same.
yours?
9, 7, and 3. They're coming tomorrow.
Bourbon.
So it might be a 24-hour trip or it might be a 3-day trip.
Yo, shout out Raph for my wrinkled ass jersey, bro.
It's good. You're here. Play guys.
This
You
is
did a good
unreal.
job.
Oh, good.
Bro,
Good.
did you put your dirty blue
Because I don't listen to
Yes,
football.
you did.
Why would you do that?
I haven't watched any of our games back.
You just ruined everybody's
I download them like I'm going to, and I'm like, I gotta start watching.
It's gonna get dirty again.
Yeah.
Just put it in your own bag.
All right.
Ready, T?
Whenever you're ready. You can go.
I'm not putting my shit close to that bag.
It's Tristan.
Actually, this is the last one. She said it's on the floor. It's terrible. You can just put it in your
Oh,
own
Ethan
bag.
made it in.
Coach
Just
Feldman,
put
thanks
it
for
in
being
your own
here.
bag.
Means a lot.
Now you're doing the most.
You're
Hope so.
bullshitting. That's crazy.
It's all right. It happened. It's done. It's done.
What's done is done.
Move on to the next play.
All right, welcome back. It's press conference day here in Fort Wayne. We're at the NCAA Division III Men's Basketball Championship, prepping for Thursday's national semifinals. We're at the Allen County War Memorial Coliseum here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And our third team today is NYU Violets from New York City. A little info on the squad: 28-1. They come here 28-1, 13-1 in conference. That was the champion of the UAA. They don't have a conference tournament. Their road to Fort Wayne through the NCAAs. They had a neutral site win against SUNY Cortland, 72-36. A road win at York, PA, 62-52. Home win versus Hardin-Simmons, 91-59. And then a home win against Redlands, 75-65. This is the second NCAA semifinal appearance and the first since 1994. That year they beat St. Thomas of Minnesota 75-68 in the semifinals and lost in overtime to Lebanon Valley 66-59, games played in Buffalo. They're riding a streak of 16 consecutive wins since their only loss, which was 77-65 at home to Emory back on January 17. And they went 2-0 in early February against Thursday's opponent, beat Wash U in St. Louis 77-62, and then 1 week later in New York City 77-58. So I asked Coach Klatsky, by the way, first of all, I'm super happy to see Coach here. Coach and I worked together for 8 years at Colgate, watched them build it from nothing to, how it is now. So it's a lot of fun to see you, Coach, again. Been cheering for the on the slide.
Good to see you too.
That's right, yes, sir. Okay, so back to being neutral. Here we go. I asked Coach to open with some comments, and then we'll take questions for everybody. Go ahead, Coach.
Sure, thanks, John. Number one, just really excited to be here. This is nothing that any of us have thought could have been possible 5-6 months ago. So we're super excited to have played our way into this, and it's been a really storybook season so far. Our guys have really come together. It's a new group. Watching that growth over the year has been rewarding for a coach, and hopefully we can keep it going, but it's just been really fun to watch and coach these guys. It's a really good group of guys, so I'm super proud of them and the staff to get us here.
Okay, our student athletes working away from me: Tristan Howe, Emmanuel Onawama, Jack Stone, and Zay Freeney. Question, you've been starting right here, so let's keep it going.
Coach, just general impressions on the NCAA tournament at this level so far. You guys get a chance to play super deep into it. Just what you thought about the NCAA Division III tournament as a whole.
It's the best. The brackets, it's incredible. I've had some experience at the D1 level as a player and a coach, and while it may not be parallel to that, it's still something that we pour our hearts and souls into getting here and winning as many games as we can, and it's been special. Just the support we've had from our own community and our own school to friends and family. It's been something that, again, we're in uncharted territories here. I've played in the tournament and I've coached in the NCAA Division I tournament, but I've never won a game. So to get this far, it's just all new to us. We're having a great time along the way, but it's incredible. Like it's really something that the NCAA does well and puts a lot into, and just even something like this today is something that we have never experienced. So it's a lot of fun, and I give a lot of credit to all those that have made it happen.
Can I ask the same question to Tristan? Because, similar background anyway. Tell me a little bit about your take.
Yeah. Similar to Coach Klatsky, with the moments where I was a part of the NCAA tournament, we also did not win while I was at UVA, some heartbreakers there. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun to be a part of this journey, to make such a deep run. And I think, regardless of the level, NCAA tournament means something in basketball. And I think we've all felt that. To go this far, make it to the Final Four was one of our goals. It's already been so special. It is so special. And now to have the opportunity to win 2 more and then come out on top is it's a dream come true.
I don't know if any of the other student athletes want to weigh in as well on that thought, too.
Yeah, we've all had experience in the tournament. At my old school, got in last year, lost in the first round. I know these guys have had, some experience as well. But just to be able to win some games and experience success at this level, it opens a lot of doors and a lot of opportunities to, see what else the NCAA tournament at this level has. And traveling across the country and then now here, I think it's been an awesome opportunity. And, I think we're all just so excited that we get to continue exploring and sharing the court together. So.
I got one for Zay. Zay, if you could, you had game high 25 points against Redlands. I want to say it was almost your season high there. What was working for you in that game?
Just being patient, reading what the defense was giving me. That full court press can be a lot at times, so being able to just see the floor well. My teammates spaced very well and gave me the ball in great spots and opportunities for me to score. So it was just an all-around, great game for our team. And Redlands is such a good team, and their defense is next level. So just being able to execute at the highest level against them is definitely rewarding.
Nice.
Did you guys learn something about yourselves from that game that you take into to this week?
Oh, yeah, I can answer that. I think something that Coach has been saying to us as a group is that we are prepared for the moment, and I think that just manifested in the game. We've seen different coverages throughout this year, and just having that type of team who's very scrappy and who does, the full court press at a very high level, being able to beat them, at least it gives us more confidence, and it makes us know that definitely we're ready for this and moving forward.
I agree, and something we preach as a staff to these guys is they're built for whatever's thrown at them, and it's a mature group. The average age up here is probably 23 years old, so they've seen it all. And Redlands was a perfect example. On one-day prep, we hadn't really been able to practice too much against all their different presses and their traps, and you can't simulate it, but as a coach, having the confidence in them to make great decisions. We made a couple tweaks here and there, but at the end of the day, my message to them was go play basketball. And I felt really good with that statement to them because they're good basketball players. And it showed. I mean, we jumped on them early, and then we were able to hold off a furious rally by them, which also shows what this group is about. Just the resilience of like, okay, here you come. All right, we're going to stop that run and then open it up and finish the game off. So these guys, they've been through it. They've been through it now, and they've seen it all. They've seen it all.
Tristan, you're the top rebounder, still playing this weekend, 9.8. But you're also the team's top scorer, 15.0. If you get on a team with 5 double-figure scores, can you talk about what's the secret of that team's balance?
Unselfishness. 100%. I mean, this is a team that spreads the wealth because we know that's what will contribute the most to winning. And I think about it often about like guys on this team who like sacrificed their individual glory for the glory of the team, whether that was, just their own stats or whether it was like, postseason awards. But we are in the Final Four because we all made the decision to do that, and I just happen to be in the position where I lead in rebounding and scoring. That's a credit to these guys to my right. That's a credit to everyone else in the locker room that they just, give me the confidence to go and pick my spots and score and rebound at a high level. And it has just been a lot of fun to play with this group and have such an unselfish crew. Like you said, the scoring is so balanced, the rebounding, and that's why we're here today.
Can I flip around and talk about now? You, of course, mentioned having a very short turnaround time to prep for Redlands. This is completely different. You playing a familiar opponent. You have 2 of your own game tapes to look at, a bunch of common opponents in UAA games, and that sort of thing. What's the prep like for going in to face a conference opponent like Washington?
Sure, and strangely enough, when we played WashU, both those games were on basically 1.5 day prep. So I believe they'll be more prepared and we'll be more prepared. So those first 2 games we played, both of them were a little circumstantial. The first game, we were still not sure who we were, and we came out with some of the best energy I've seen all year and blitzed them in the first half, and then they came back and crushed us in the second half, but we were up a little too much for them to make up the deficit. And then the second game, they were missing guys, and that game to me is pretty much a wash. I watched a little of that, and then I watched the UW lacrosse game, and I was looking at 2 different teams. So we know they're really good. There's no gimmicks with them. They're going to play hard-nosed defense, and they're really good on offense. So we're going to have to do what we do and play well if we want to win this game.
Refresh my memory. I know they were missing Olaf, right? Who else?
Cohen went down, or at least he didn't play in the second half. So 2 starter-like players were missing in that game.
For Jack, if you talk about how the team's able to integrate the parts that you guys brought in this year, and mesh, and you're 28-1, so something worked right.
Yeah, I think early on we established, on any given night, anybody can lead us in whatever we need them to. But I think what really helps is, just our bonds off the court. We all want to see each other succeed. We couldn't care about who, is the superstar on any given night. In fact, we, encourage everybody to, go after it. And if it's their night and the game's, flowing in their direction, just to take advantage of it. But I think just that unselfishness that Tristan spoke about has allowed us to, mesh and, allow our skills to just take over. And I think, once we're playing, we're flowing, we're making the right pass, and whoever's open is going to shoot, and whoever's, being guard is going to make the right play. So that's really allowed us to, get to where we are right now.
Zay and Jack, you guys spent the last 4, even 5 years in the UAA. You've seen a ton of WashU. Jack, you on the side of Carnegie and now on the side of NYU. Just what has your experience been against the Bears over the course of your career?
Yeah, WashU is definitely the most storied team in the UAA, I would say. Year after year they bring strong rosters and they're well coached. So my time here, we've always lost to WashU. We were always losing to WashU. So this year, it's definitely good to go 2-0 against them, and then to see them here in the Final Four again. I know how hard it's going to be to beat these guys for a third time, and I'm really hoping that this could be a turning stone in NYU's program history, and we flipped that page where it's our turn to start beating up on other teams in the conference now. It's just really a surreal feeling to see that we went 2-0 against them this year, and we split with them last year, I believe, too. So just see the progression of the school, of our program, is really great to see.
To that point, since I've been in this conference, WashU's always had this identity of just being a tough, grinding team, and especially given the stage that we're on, I know we had a ton of success early on against them, but they're not going to give up. And regardless of what, if we go up early, if they go up early, if we make a run, I know Coach Yelcom's got them ready to fight back, and they're just a tough, grinded out team. So definitely something that we got to focus on and prepare for.
Can you just talk about the UAA in general, right? We have two of Division III's great conferences here. The NESCAC on one side, where they play back-to-back nights and drive, and they're in small gyms. And then you guys who play, you travel, often fly from one city to the next, from Friday to Sunday, et cetera, et cetera. Just talk about playing in the UAA in general and how it prepares you for getting to the national semifinals. I'm looking right at Jack because
I think the adaptability, being able to travel, whether you're playing on a Friday and then a quick turnaround, let's say you're flying to Chicago on a Sunday, just that adaptability, I think, is something that we'll for sure take with us through these, hopefully these next two games. Whatever's thrown at us, we're ready for, and I think that's a product of the environment that we're in this conference.
Yeah, I think UA's, it's been an amazing experience for me as a student athlete, being able to travel to different cities, and we fly, we stay at nice hotels, and just being able to have that moment with my teammates is something that I love and something I would 100% miss, once this run is over, after we win the national championship. But it's just, it's a great conference. Every team is competitive. There's no easy games in UAA. The rankings don't mean anything. These teams are all, very scrappy, very tough, very well coached. All have something to prove. So yeah, it's been a pleasure playing the UAA.
Yeah, I'll just add one thing. I think one of the special things about the UAA is the camaraderie. Like I said to Coach Pat when I saw him, I was, somebody was like, "Wash U won." I was like, "Yes!" And they're like, "We're playing them." No, because we root for each other. These guys, we're in New York City, and there's a lot of kids from the other schools that will intern in New York, and these guys all get together and they'll hang out and play pickup so that they know each other. And the reality is, as they keep getting older, they're going to be working with and for and networking, and just that's really special about this league, and it's something we as coaches talk about often amongst the staffs in the league, because it's not always like that. It's really not always like that. So there is a little bit of camaraderie. I mean, don't get me wrong. When that whistle starts or when that ball is tipped, we're going at each other, and we all understand that. But off the court and in other parts, there's a camaraderie that's a special bond amongst everybody that's in the UAA.
Emmanuel, I saw the excitement at your sectional final. You talk about how campus has been. I know you haven't been there very much between then and now, but talk about the excitement and maybe your phone blowing up and teammates.
Oh, yeah. No, he's awesome. He's awesome. I mean, NYU, knowing the student body that we have, they usually don't turn up to events, but for us, they do, and for the women's team as well. So it's just great being around campus, even in classes, just having professors ask you about the game, having, people at the cafeteria, just people, the janitors, everybody's invested in the team. It's awesome to see, and it's not something I've been a part of in my career, so it's just awesome to be around.
Nice. Anybody else? Any good anecdotes about that?
Yeah, it's just been really nice. I'm a sports management major, so in all my classes, I'm getting shout-outs from my professors about the games and, how we're doing as a team. So that's been really nice, and, my classmates are very supportive. And then just, the support from, I think, New York City, too. We have a lot of families that come watch us play as well, and that means a lot to see, kids come watch us who live in New York City, and, we can be an inspiration to them. So that's been a really nice experience.
That's awesome. Anybody else? Last chance here. All right. Thank you, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. All right. Good stuff.